Hello, students. Today I'll begin with the poem Fern Hill by Dylan Thomas. So, as usual, before beginning with the text and its explanation, I'll first give you a brief introduction of the poet and his poem. Dylan Thomas, his full name is Dylan Marles Thomas. He was a Welsh poet and prose writer whose work is known for its comic exuberance, rhapsodic lilt, and pathos. His personal life, punctuated by reckless bouts of drinking, was notorious. Thomas spent his childhood in southwestern Wales. His father taught English at the Swansea Grammar School, which in due course the boy attended. Because Dylan's mother was a farmer's daughter, he had a country home he could go to when on holiday. His poem Fern Hill describes its joys. Thomas' first book, 18 Poems, appeared in 1934 and it announced a strikingly new and individual, if not always comprehensible, voice in English poetry. His original style was further developed in 25 poems published in 1936 and The Map of Love published in 1939. Thomas' work, in its overtly emotional impact, its insistence on the importance of sound and rhythm, its primitivism, and the tensions between its biblical echoes and its sexual imagery, owed more to his Welsh background than to the prevailing taste in English literature for grim social commentary. Therein lay its originality. The poetry written up to 1939 is concerned with introspective, obsessive, sexual, and religious currents of feeling. And Thomas seems to be arguing rhetorically with himself on the subjects of sex and death, sin and redemption, the natural processes, creation and decay. The writing shows prodigious energy, but the final effect is sometimes obscure or diffuse. Now, coming to the poem Fern Hill. Fern Hill is an autobiographical poem in which Thomas uses the memories of childhood days in order to explore the theme of a journey from innocence to experience. The poem can be divided into two parts. The first three stanzas are related to the poet's experience as a child when he used to spend his summer holidays at his uncle's farm, Fern Hill. It is in Swansea in Wales. But the last three stanzas are about an awakening in the child, which signifies the loss of the world of innocence. At the center of this loss of the innocence are the myths of fall of the first human beings, that is, Adam and Eve. The world of innocence, as described in the first three stanzas, is like the Garden of Eden. This is a world in which the child is in complete union with the nature. This world of fantasy offers the child an Edenic bliss. The way Thomas describes this world, it appears to be a timeless world without a sense of loss and decay. In the third stanza, the poet slowly moves towards the transition between the world of innocence and the world of experience. In the fourth stanza, the speaker's sleeping is a symbolic sleeping, which ends a flashing in the dark. This flashing is a kind of awakening as hinted by the first line of the fourth stanza. In this awakening, the child, that is the speaker, initiates into the world of maturity. Sleeping, the word sleeping in the poem is symbolic, that refers to the loss of innocence that equates the Adam and Eve, who had slept after a fall from the grace of God. This initiation of the world of maturity entails the loss of Edenic bliss, innocence, grace, and freedom. Moreover, poet loses creative imagination and fantasies in which a union with nature was possible. In the last stanza, the poet once again contemplates on the memories of his childhood, but this time the awareness becomes dominant. In the last line, the poet refers to his chained situation in the world of experience. Now he is in chain, green color is withered now. So this poem is the journey from childhood to manhood. When the manhood comes, the man suffers from agony. The use of the verb song hints that the losses can be captured only through art. So that's all for the introduction of Dylan Thomas and his poem Fern Hill. Thank you.